welcome back to another episode. Today we're headed west into Arizona as I make my way to Alaska, and I'm super excited for this one. Tonight I'll be staying in an authentic Navajo Hogan on the reservation, cooking up Navajo fry bread and Navajo tacos, and learning a bit about the culture. So let's get into it. This morning I'm waking up in the beautiful New Mexico. Last night I had quite possibly one of the best sleeps on this trip. The temperatures were in the high 50s, low 60s, and it was just so ideal. I love it out here. All right, time to hit the road, guys. Let's get on out of here and see what this Hogan is all about. That is the craziest view. I don't know why it is, I've always found such a great fascination with the American Southwest and the landscapes out here. I just feel like it's something that is so unique and it's just so incredible. Ever since I stayed in that canyon the other night here in New Mexico, my lips have been like so chapped. I also think that maybe part of it is that this is where it all started for me. Back in 2018, one of my good friends, he invited me out to Arizona. We rented a Toyota Sequoia and we went on a road trip, and I got my first taste of sleeping in a car on public lands. I feel like an idiot because I'm getting like a little emotional about it, but it took 6 years to get to this point. Here we are living that lifestyle. At the Planet Fitness, we got the Starbucks. Get the shower, get the work done. Super simple. Don't look at me like that. That cool rock formation out there in the distance, that's Ship Rock. That's a place that I want to check out at some point. All right, so we drove past where our Hogan is for the night because I want to go into Monument Valley itself. I just want to show you guys the viewpoint that everyone knows, everyone loves. It's only a couple of miles down the street. It's just so incredible. Like, where else are you getting this? Really spectacular view. Lots of cars coming up and down the street today, so it's kind of tough to get out in the middle. We're gonna get on our way to the Hogan and enjoy these views as we drive back the other way. But what an awesome stop. That's gotta be the rock from Poles, right? Stan Lee Yell Nats. And we're off-road, which means we're almost there. That was a really quick drive. That is not a bad view to look at. Looks like we made it. It's home for the night. There it is. It's actually way cooler in here than it is outside. It's kind of comfortable to be in here, which is not at all what I was expecting, but let's go. This is sick. This is so cool, dude. Like, what in the world? We have one bed, futon, two bed, which is a double, a nice chair to sit on, and another bed. I'm gonna claim this one as mine for tonight. I got everything you need in here, really. I mean, little workspace, a little mini kitchen. They have coffee, tea, hot chocolate. Since there's no running water, we have this for our water and a little basin for washing our dishes. In the winter months, they have this wood stove, which will keep the whole place warm. What more can you really ask for? Spectacular. It's cool because the floor is just a sand floor, and then we have a few throw rugs, and that's the floor. I think I'm gonna hang out in here for a little bit while the sun is still blazing and high in the sky. Games. So I want to see what that's all about. Oh my gosh, I almost dropped it. Oh, checkerboard. That's cool. Those are the checker pieces and the rest are cards. So they have checkers and cards. Oh, and they have a puzzle. And there's dominoes. I also don't know how to play with dominoes. The only thing I know how to do with dominoes is set them up and knock them over. Let's go. They have a bunch of reading in here too. All of this stuff. Navajo Treaty. I hope to God you will not ask me to go to any other country except my own. All right, I'm gonna read this. For centuries before the coming of the European, the Navajo had been accustomed to roam unfettered over the vast expanses of the great Southwest. Only the natural barriers of river gorge and mountain range limited their wanderings. Then, from across sun-baked plains to the east came the Americans. First, the blue uniformed cavalry, and then long columns of immigrant wagons. The grass that was the very lifeblood of Navajo herds disappeared beneath the homesteader's plow. It was finally determined that the Navajo people should no longer live within the lands between the four sacred mountains, the land of their forefathers.
Just making sure everything's okay.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
didn't get to check it before you.
Oh no, you're good. Yeah, everything's great. This is really cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Is it normally this hot this time of year? I feel like it's a little hotter than normal, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Let's learn some stuff. Apparently, anthropologists believe that the Navajo immigrated from northwest Canada and Alaska. They were originally hunter-gatherers who learned farming techniques from the Pueblo, and they began herding livestock after the Spanish settled in the southwest. Between 900 and 1525, Navajos developed a rich, complex culture in the area of present-day northwestern New Mexico. The Navajo may have moved into southeastern Utah as early as 1620. By the 18th century, they had spread into northeastern Arizona and southeastern Utah, which is where I'm at right now. The arrival of Spanish also introduced sheep, goats, and horses to the Navajo. The Navajo were highly adaptive and incorporated domestic livestock and agriculture into their subsistence system. The Navajo are smart people. So during the Second World War, the Navajo people actually played an integral part in helping the United States defeat the Japanese. The Navajo language is such an intricate language, so hard to understand and crack, that we had them create codes that the Japanese just could not crack, which ended up aiding the United States in defeating the Japanese. All right, and that is gonna be the end of the little history lesson for today. Very interesting stuff. And this is a really cool experience. I mean, seriously, look at this, man. I love this angle. It's so cool. Doing all that reading, I didn't even realize what time it is. 6:36. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and make some dinner up. I'm starting to get pretty hungry, and I'm excited for what we have on the menu tonight. To stay themed with the Hogan, as you guys know, we're doing Navajo fry bread and Navajo tacos. Let's do it. Perfect. Got my little workstation all set up. Flour, baking soda, and salt, or baking powder and salt. I still have not learned my lesson. I'm still using this as my cup. Yeah, there we go. That is adequately heated. Now we just knead the dough. So time to get our hands dirty. Ooh, that's really hot. Oops. Oh, I'm burning my skin. Yep. Ow. Good thing the desert is mad dry. So tonight we're gonna use vegetable oil. Let's go. Frying up. Woo! I'm stoked. Boom. One down. Golden, puffy. I'm gonna do one dessert one and 3 regular ones, because 3 of them I'm gonna want to use for the tacos, but this one I'm gonna do dessert. So I got this cinnamon sugar. So I'm gonna go ahead and just sprinkle that on, and that should be delicious. To be honest, I'm kind of tired of waiting, so I want to at least try this one and see how it is. Dude, I mean, what's there not to like? I just thoroughly burned the crap out of my hand. I wasn't recording, but I got hot oil directly on my hand. But the last one that I just made turned out awesome. You have to let the dough sit for a little bit first. All right. And our last piece of fry bread is done. You already know I need a place for the grease, so I'm gonna go ahead and chug one of these down before the beef finishes up. Oh my God, what do I do? You guys ever seen that video? That is the funniest TikTok in history. That's what I'm talking about. I'm so stoked. Also, I brought my own light in, so now I have my own lighting because this lamp is not working. So I have 2 light bars. I made the taco hamburger helper 2 nights ago, ate the leftovers last night, and I'm having tacos tonight. So that's tacos 3 nights in a row. And I'll have leftovers from this too. If you don't stir your sour cream first, you're the devil. Get some beef on that bread. Sprinkle some cheese. Some tomato on there. Look at that thing. That is delicious. Now, I didn't follow what an actual Navajo taco is to a T. Normally it has like beans and stuff on it too. I'm not a big fan of beans. I'm not a fan of onions, so I left beans and onion out, but that's delicious. I'm gonna have another one. The fry bread is pretty filling. My camera died, so I don't really know what you guys saw, but I finished them off. I'm gonna go ahead and do my least favorite part of every video, cleanup. Oh man, that one has like no wick on it. This one also has no wick. Okay, so we'll have 2 candles of light. Alright, I'm gonna turn my lights off and see what those 2 candles and 1 little lantern over there do. Wow, incredible. Oh dear God. We're gonna have to keep my lights on for a little bit. But this was a pretty cool find. Wood stove is metal, so these are magnetic, so I was able to put those up on there. All right, well, I was laying down and I fell asleep. I woke up really hot. Ever since I cooked in here, it's been so hot. It's like super well insulated clearly, but it's hotter in here than it was when I first got here. I left the door open. They have a curtain. I think they have the curtain there so you can leave the door open. Hopefully it cools down in here tonight, because otherwise might be a little bit uncomfortable, honestly, but I guess it's nothing I'm not used to. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn the lights off and get myself in bed. Good morning. It's so pretty out right now. Oh my God. I'm gonna go ahead and get myself some breakfast. Let's see what this is all about. Good morning, how are you? Just in here. Cool, thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm Matt. Good to meet you.
Some honey and cinnamon if you
Oh,
wish.
perfect.
Thank
you, thank you.
With the salt, so.
Yeah.
Cool.
About to 116 below the bluff into what?
And so we see that Mother Earth is our educator in the way that we live. It's the foundation of our songs and our prayers. And so therefore we respect Mother Nature.
I do have a question about the fry bread. What's the secret? Because I tried to make it last night on my own, and yours is just so much more pillowy and soft. Mine was like really dense. It just wasn't that good.
It's probably just the amount of baking powder. Usually I make, I don't know, a whole bowl full.
Okay.
So the leftover I put in the fridge. And so it probably has more time to, what's the word?
Like more time to
Germinate
just
and
set
rest.
and yeah.
I think the more time you give that, it's soft.
Yeah, okay.
And it will bubble more too.
Okay, yeah. Is it supposed to be really sticky too?
Well,
Or
my
no?
doughs are usually sticky.
Okay. Mine was a little tough to like
Yeah.
flatten out because I didn't have any sort of roller or anything. So I was
Yeah.
like sitting in there trying to flatten it with my hands, and then it was stuck on my hands. I'm like, what?
Yeah, you're on the right track, you know.
Okay.
So just keep
I'll try it
practicing.
again. Yep.
Yeah, we should have
That's good to
served you
know.
the Indian blue corn fried bread this morning. That would have been
What's the difference? What's that one?
That's gonna be blue fried bread.
So
With
it's the color is
corn.
blue.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Nice.
And you can actually taste the corn.
Oh wow.
And a fried bread, even you can just put in like a hamburger patty with cheese in the works, and
Yeah.
they call it a Navajo burger.
Thank you for breakfast and everything.
Yes, thank you for
Oh,
that.
Amazing,
you're very
yeah.
welcome.
And
Everything was great.
teaching us about the culture and everything. Well, that was an awesome breakfast. The fry bread was so much better than my fry bread that I made last night. Mine was so dense. It was really nice to sit down and learn a little bit from the host. While she was talking, my GoPro died. But basically, this Hogan and the other Hogan that's on their property were built by her husband. This is a female Hogan, which is dictated by the 9 pillars. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pillars, which represents the 9 months that a female is pregnant for. And then this is a dome instead of it being like a teepee, and that symbolizes the womb. So this is like you're sleeping in the womb of Mother Nature. What an awesome place. I'm so grateful that this home has been opened up to me, and I've been able to have this experience with some truly awesome people. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Really appreciate it. If you guys want to help support the channel a little bit more, you can always go ahead over to my Buy Me a Coffee, which is buymeacoffee.com/MattMatter. It's linked in the description. Until next time, just remember, live fulfilled. Oh, it's hot in here, dude. You gotta start the car ASAP. Whew.